Yes, the recording is turned on and we could start. And hello everyone, today we have one more Ask Me Everything session, and we will tell you about very important changes in whole approach to the future of Linux network. So, Mike, with us, Mike and Serge.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, our IMA will be hold host in the way of the first part about changes, and the second part is about the questions. Okay, so we could start with the changes announcement.
So I think I can start with first of all, hello to everyone, and yeah, few days ago we announced the new proposal from team side to change the token model, and we received a lot of super negative feedback regarding the new model, and also people start to sell to create the sales pressure on the market. So we can predict that, but anyway, as I mentioned with the Telegram chat before, so it was hard decision for us, but we proposed it, and we received a lot of very constructive feedbacks from our community, and this is why yesterday night we decided to propose one more thing. It's a new proposal with a new mechanics with a Trinity DAO token, and this proposal present the new model when the supply of ENQ don't have to be increased. In that case, the team will can create the Trinity DAO token, which supposed to be in the future for governance. In that case, we have to make the crowd sale or token sale to raise some funds for the future development, as same like marketing and listing and liquidity and some all other expenses we actually spent for the last 6 years. So we propose already. We already published this proposal, and today we, after initial discuss with the team, we also have one more proposal, which is actually looking like a combo of mix of both proposal which already published, increasing supply and creating the Trinity DAO token. So what does it mean and how it can look? The idea is quite simple. We mentioned that we can distribute the token for all wallets in proportion of the holding of ENQ at the moment, or any blocks we can detail, we will announce later, but I will share right now the idea. And with this token, the holders can make a vote for any future changes and any government's proposal which can be published by the team or by the community. Same time, it's also this governance token will be the main token for manage the whole treasury of the extra supply. So the team will publish expenses for the next quarter for 3 months. For example, listing, security audit, development, and marketing. And totally it will be 200K or 100K, 300K. So we will publish that. And the owner of this token can vote for few options of the this budget plan for the next quarter. For example, this budget have to be done by 100% or for 70% or for 50%. It's mean that if, for example, the community will wait for 50% of the budget which proposed from the team, the tokens in queue from the wallets will go to the secondary market or for OTC. They will be sold to cover the costs for these expenses like listing, marketing, etc. And for example, if the team will sell this token by the price more than was on the moment of proposal, it means it will be some extra tokens which not sold. And after the quarter or after this period, it will be the one more voting when community will decide what have to done with these tokens. Did they have to be distributed between the token holders of the Trinity DAO token, or they have to be burned, for example? So in this model, the community will be decide for all expenses of the project in the future. So this idea, and we just discussed we discussed some details today with the team internally, and we will publish after MA in 1 hour the more details with you guys. And I would like to ask the Serge to share right now with us how it will be from technical perspective, how it can be done in the very short period, like tomorrow, today, after tomorrow, in next coming days. Please, Serge.
Yes. Thank you. So there were complaints about complexity of current voting because to vote with ENQ, you should stop using it in POA or POS or somewhere else. So to make next to revote with updated options. So current voting is discarded, and there will be new voting. But instead of ENQ, we will drop a new token, like we did with Commander token previously. So let's call it Commander 2, but it doesn't matter. So it will be for one-time vote on current proposals, and this token will be distributed among all wallets except exchange wallets, accounting total balances, including POS stakes, added liquidity to NXDEX, and so on. So it will allow more people use all their voting power, not sacrificing POS or POA or other activity. So that's the technical idea, but the process of voting will be the same, just other asset will be used. Okay?
Yeah, so idea is distribute for this voting, concretely for this voting, to distribute the temporary token for these votings. And why we decide to make it? Because we would like to share the idea of the tokenomics for the Trinity DAO tokens. and before we will make the distribution if this proposal will be voted by the community with a temporary token. We need more time to make more clear tokenomics for community, receive the feedback from the community. So maybe some idea will accept by community, maybe not. But in general, I already described idea. So we already make the rush with this voting regarding the increasing the supply or creating the DAO. Yeah, we know that this everything was made in super rush, and the community, we know and we feel that community is really shocked. But for not making the same with the Trinity DAO token idea, we can create the temporary token for waiting, and then maybe with the same token we can vote for model of the Trinity DAO token. We will try to present as soon as possible the new model of the token DAO. If anyway, we will start working that in case that community will choose the option with increasing supply and creating the DAO token for the governments in the future. Yes, so this is the general propose, so finally it will be like two proposal to increase supply and distribute the DAO token, Trinity DAO token, or not increasing supply. And in this case, we will create the DAO token, and we have to make the fundraising. And if the fundraise will be not successful, so it will be not. We have not funds to cover the cost for the future development in the future. We cannot achieve the goals which we are planning to achieve for the next year. And so we will propose it in detail in 1 hour. I think that's it. And let's answer for the question which we receive. We received so many questions. I don't know, maybe Sergio or Roman, you would like to also add something?
I would like just to, remove all details, there are two ways. Just go for DAO token as a drop, or go for DAO token as a token sale. But this decision is connected. If you go as a drop, you should adjust emission. If you go as a token sale, you can leave the current NQ economics. It's just the idea, but there are details, and we will publish them. That's all.
Okay, thanks. So let's answer to the question. Roman, this is all questions, yes, which we receive, and you select some.
We received a lot of questions, but I decided not to add the questions of, for example, are you scam guys? And all the other stuff like this. So I tried to find kind of constructive questions. And maybe someone will have questions now. Feel free to write down in our Telegram chat or raise your hands here in our voice chat. We will let you to ask your question.
Before we will start the answer to the question, I just would like to repeat one more thing, guys. So we are on the market already 6 years. So we have at least 2-3 period of our history when we think that everything is go to catastrophic. So we manage all of that, and we achieve after that. Moreover, after that we achieved the all-time high. It was back in 2021, and just 4-5 months before we was this incident with the KuCoin when a lot of funds moved to the KuCoin, so price was like half of the cent or something like that. Yeah, for 0.004, and after that, in few months, we did 100x, and of course, it was our mistake that we didn't sell the tokens at that price to cover our expenses for the next 5 or 6 or 7 years. Yes, we know that, but so we can just talk about it. We can nothing to do with the thing which already happened in the past. So let's move to the question. Can you give us estimate of how much funds can you get from the new venture capital funds or private investor group in the near future, 2024? And biggest point people of criticizing the team for is the lack of funds in general. So for actually we discussed with a few funds to make the OTC deal to not create the selling pressure to the market. So let's see. But as you guys maybe know that fundraise market has right now have the minimum figures for the last 2 years. So fundraising right now, it's almost became to the zero. Just few of the projects can raise at this period of time. And this is, if you need more analytics, you can go to Best Analytics for crowdfunding and fundraising market. It's a CryptoRank. So it's a lot of analytics there, month by month, year by year. So you can check that market just from this month, maybe, I'm not sure, but it's turnover, so projects start raise more funds for the just it was the last month in July, but June was all-time low in perspective of fundraising for the last 2 or maybe 2.5 years. So what funds and what VC and crypto funds told us that it's not the right time to fundraising. Everyone waiting for the next bull run, and everyone sit on the money. No one invests. It's a huge problem to raise funds for the projects. It's even the for the projects which are looking for TVL for DeFi, it's also not good moment. And for example, we spoke with a few funds which VC funds actually, which are supposed to be investment fund which invest in the projects, but after the few months of negotiation, they come back to us and they propose us to pay them like 100K for marketing activity for contract for 3 months. So right now, the lot of VC funds are trying to sell his services to the project to have some income to cover his costs. So this is how it works for the last few months, and I have a lot of connection with a lot of projects and which already on the market, someone trying to fundraise, and it's a different project. It's a DeFi project. It's a media project. It's a protocol project. It's a huge problem for all of the projects and all of the managers who are looking the funds at the moment. Same with the crypto conference. I just spoke with some friends of mine which organized the huge event. It's also a problem to invite to sell the package, sponsorship package to the not VC funds, but for the huge crypto projects like tier 1 exchanges or tier 1 protocol. So it's a big problem at the moment. I believe it will change as every market cycle, but the problem is nobody knows. Like someone waiting that in autumn the situation will change, but nobody can tell you when exactly it will happen. So let's move to the second question. Will ENQ derive utilities from project built on Anycom network themselves, or do new projects have to do through Trinity Lab DAO first? The statement from Mike Fuller was unclear to me, so please clarify. Yes, so problem was I also received a lot of feedback and maybe some misunderstanding. The last night we published that if community will choose the option when the Trinity DAO token will be supposed for fundraising, and that means that the new utility which was presented will be not integrated to ENQ by default. What does it mean? So I received the lot of feedback, positive, negative, different one, and everyone asking, what do you mean by default? So the idea was quite simple. For example, in the first proposal, when we proposed to increase the supply, it means that all new utility which will be provided, they will be automatically integrated to the ENQ utility for ENQ token. So, for example, then right now we just launched the bridge, and we are planning to bring the tokenomics, the token economical model for the bridge nodes. In that case, we have to choose what it have to be the main utility for what, for ENQ, or for we have to create some different token, the space bridge token, for example, and bring utility for those tokens. So by default means it will be not integrated for ENQ by default, but community have to vote. Do we have to create the new token for space bridge, or we have to add this liquidity to ENQ? Well, this is what we are meaning when we publish by default. Serge, can you also we discussed with you before we published it yesterday, and it was a lot of discussion before, and I predict that we will receive the questions, and yes, we received a lot of questions. So please also
I think it is important to talk about renaming of the network as a Trinity network here. So like it is connected with this idea of one ecosystem with one token to manage governance, to supply utility, and etc., etc. It was the idea of changing name and changing tokenomics, like to make the whole system with one token. If we if we not choose this way, if we choose other options, then it is unclear how it will work in terms of tokenomics. As you said, for example, for Space Bridge or for DVRF, etc. I think yes, that's the idea.
Okay, thanks. Go for the next question. It is true that the funding of the team did not only come from the designer team wallet between 4 or 5 of the current supply, but also mostly from the treasury wallet, which was about 30% at the time. All this information is public, so please clarify. Yeah, so you can check all the wallets. So we already sold all token ENQ to cover our development cost. And for the new proposal with the mix combo, increasing supply and creating the DAO token, the all decision have to be accepted by the community. All decision, all tokens which have to be spent for marketing, for listing, for liquidity, for development, for any other, for security audit, have to be approved by community by voting with Trinity DAO token. Okay, why not to release of meme token from the team and have funds from it? Okay, guys, regarding the meme tokens, personally myself, I think the PUC token we have, Puggy token or some meme tokens we already have. It's a brilliant idea, but in this case, we have to fully concentrate about the token. So all team, we have to create the token design. We have to find money to invest in this token. We have to so this is another project. So we already have a few projects which we manage. This is the Anycom, Enix, Space Bridge. We have 17 products, and we support these 17 products. This is the wallets, Blockchain Explorer, Nodes, Mobile Miner, Android wallet, iOS wallet, application for Android, white label solution for Android, etc., 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 etc. So please, the token which can be mined by the phone with a good meme design, with a good meme advertising and a good meme idea, I believe it can be quite successful for special audience. But we have no time and we have no resources to right now to manage this token, to create a design and focus on that. But I believe it's a good idea, and also we propose one of the budget it's for network support. So I think it's a good idea to support someone who would like to create and invest the money and time for this meme token on top of Anycom. We will support these projects, and also with the government's model which we propose into community, we also community can support those kind of token. So what kind of tokenomics it should be, it depends on the project. So for example, if someone would like to share with the community who support the project some part of the tokens or etc., to become the first miner. So we have no resources and time for that, but idea I like. How many team members do you have? Do they have enough experience in the blockchain field? Do they have any experience on working in crypto and non-crypto project? Yeah, totally. We have right now around 11, 12 people which work for us full time. And I think the maximum team members was like maybe 30, 25, 30. It was back in 2018 and 2018, I think, yeah. So yeah, of course they have experience with the blockchain field and other projects. Yeah, it is real to develop Anycom via donations. Yeah, it's real, but this is the huge risk. So for example, if we choose the model with the token DAO fundraising, what kind of situation can happen? Like we raise 7,000+ USDT, 7,500. That's it. And of course, it's not enough to cover the monthly development cost. And I don't believe that it's a good idea. And but for now, it looks not realistic for me. Next question: can we sell whole project to the investor? So project, it's open source. what can be sold, it's a token, and all token supply already in the hand of community. So can it be sold INQ to investor? Yeah, INQ can be sold to investor on secondary market or OTC. Why not to make an additional issue within reasonable limits, up to 500 or 500, 555, 555? It's a good question. So we propose to the minimum increase in supply to 2.5 billions, but I'm not sure that increase in supply for 250 mil will cover our cost, but it's a good question, and we will discuss it once again internally, and maybe we will add this proposal with a less increase in amount for supply.
I think I can answer this. So the idea of huge additional supply was from current INQ price in USD and budget planning. But to make this additional supply reasonable, we introduced a mechanic of community drop, or it is possible to burn it also, just not to spend all new supply for development. So it was important part that the team budget is limited, capped in USD. I think that is the answer. So proposed like not proposal for fewer tokens could lead to a situation when we need to start this voting again. So the idea was to make it once as a long-term tokenomics. That was the idea with the community distribution mechanic. So let's move.
Yeah, I just reading the question on the chat. Wait a second. Okay, a lot of question about Android, so I will pass this question to avoid any other misunderstanding in the future. So regarding the spreadsheets, yeah, the future cost, it's a good question. Yes, so before we will spend some INQ for secondary market, we will propose this budget to community. So this is the idea, and community will vote. Right now, idea it's like that, like this budget have to be done by 100% or 50% or 70%. And yeah, all expenses what we have to spend will be presented to community, and community will vote and choose the percentage of this budget. Okay, so the project requires trust. With the increase in supply coin of trust is lost, you manage must. Yeah, stop killing yourself and hire a good consultant to guide you. Okay. Thanks to you for your advice. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so guys, you have maybe some question which you would like to also ask here.
Now we have one more question in our common chat about the main goal for the project.
Yeah, before of that, I will answer for the last question too. For cover the cost of development, the team should have the tokens which can be sold to OTC or to secondary market. If the price right now everything in the hand of community. So one of the proposal which we are proposed to not increase in the supply and create the DAO token and make fundraising for that. So you guys own the 100% of the tokens. So you guys can choose what options you prefer for the future of development and for future for growing the ecosystem, the Trinity and the ENQ. So team doesn't have any token which can be sold to OTC or to secondary market. You have to know that. So the main goal of the project, so we are building the project which blockchain based with mobile phones, smartphones, even the watch, and we are building the scalable, simple solution. If you guys, I believe not everyone use the products which we already built, and we are trying to build very user-friendly products, and the interfaces and communication with the blockchain, it's quite friendly, and all of our products which were built because of the different architecture, it's different user experience for the people who already have some knowledge and have some experience with the blockchain, or even for the new one. Saifuller, please consider build a member get member feature and reward community to bring the new members. The market cap is too low. It can go to 100 million easily if people trust. That will solve any financial issue you have selling small part of the tokens for the new members. Yeah, it can be solved by increasing the price, but in this case, if we will not increase the token supply, the only the funds which we can use right now, it's a donation. So do you believe, guys, that we can receive the donation for which can cover our cost for the next, I don't know how long we tell the bear market, 5, 6, 7 months? It's super hard goal to can be realized, to be realistic. When will ENQ POV be released? Serge, it's I think question for you.
Well, it depends on our future schedule. So we discussed that it is possible this year, but now it's very a lot of stuff happening right now, so it will affect future development schedule. Also, we have a bunch of bridge features to adjust. So if it's going today, it's like end of the year or beginning of the next year.
One more question. Current holders need to be compensated according to the ratio of the increase. Yeah, we are proposed to make the drop for token holders, and it can be negotiated, the proportion of the drop. It can be, yeah, sure, but the model is already presented, so you can propose to the chat or to the direct what exactly numbers you will not like and you will not accept with that. So you can propose the difference between what we are proposed and what you're looking for, what you're thinking for will be honest. So we're receiving the question. How company earn money from project? Yes, this is correct. We was make the pre-sale back in 2018. So this is money what was used for develop the project, and after that we sell in the ENQ to the market, to the secondary market and OTC to cover our costs. Can you explain how users are benefits from this project if you launch different token in every year? So every token which we launch, we actually launch 2 tokens. One the ENQ back in 2000, when it was launched back in 2018, I think, and from the first it was ERC20 token, and then it was pre-mining, and people was earn ENQ by mining, and still they're earning ENQ by mining, and we are proposed to DVRF and Space Bridge and this kind of new utility for earn more ENQ. So different Enix, it's absolutely have absolutely different token design. So Enix, the all trades which created on Enix space, the part of each transaction go to the ENX stakers. So it's a completely different design. So this is so we're actually not planning to launch any new token, and with one of our proposal which we propose right now, the Trinity DAO token don't supposed to be sold. It's supposed to be distributed between all ENQ token holders, and I believe this token can have a value, and we with one of our proposal we not propose to sell it to community and distribute. by increasing supply.
Maybe the question about benefits is also about connection between ENQ and other tokens, and this connection is like Ethereum and tokens on top of Ethereum, because all ICO were made on Ethereum, made a lot of transactions that created a huge demand on Ethereum and raised its price. So the same applies here.
Yeah, regarding the how much money used for the selling of ENQ tokens went to other projects like Booster Pool and Enix, that is own community round. So the Enix, we did a token raise for Enix, and we cover our costs to release and to develop the Enix with the funds which we receive from our fundraising to more than 2 years ago, and the lot of funds which also was spent to create the liquidity pools. So 160 or 170k was added, USDT was added to the pools. So it's quite big amount of the money which was raised was spent for liquidity pools, for development, marketing, listing, etc., etc. And ENQ was spent for development of ENQ. Regarding the booster pool, it was not take a lot of time for us, so it was we spent maybe a couple of months to develop this project, and we not did any token raise or we not did any crowdfunding for booster pool. And right now booster pool has 240 250k TVL, and the booster pool start generate some profit, but it's still very, very small profit, and we didn't use that profit for now for any goals, but we discussed that we will use some funds from the booster pool to cover our costs. As well, we will buy back the ENQ, but it's a long journey to make the booster pool profitable, and we have no resources right now to speed up development of booster pool. So we are focused for the last half year on the bridge, Enix space, and tuning of Enigum.
Yeah, I would like to add here that it is incorrect to say that Enix and Booster Pool like other projects from Enigum, because Enix is just a part of Enigum roadmap for many, many years to create DEX on top of Enigum. It is a must-have to make token issues successful. So it's just a branding, and it is incorrect to distinguish it. Enix is a part of source code of core. It is a core of Enigum node in terms of coding. For Booster Pool, it is a bit more complex, because Booster Pool is a result of our research in terms of EVM we made preparing for Trinity 2.0, because we understand that EVM is very powerful instrument. It is not reasonable not to use it and not to know it. So Booster Pool is an attempt to raise money from our EVM research and learning.
Well, we have one question live.
What does
here in
this
chat.
have to do with ENQ holders and investors? Do you or I have to pay for these things? You and I have supported the team by investing.
Yeah, I think it's the main point between donation and changing the supply, because donation assumes that it is voluntary, and a supply change assumes that every INQ holder should pay for future development. And that's why, like, not exactly donation, but other options. So that is why voting is taking place, just to let people to choose how it should be done. There are pluses and pros and cons in every option. Question also about booster pool. So booster pool funding, there are a lot of code from booster pool that is used in a Space Bridge. So you can see it as a funding of Space Bridge development as well.
Okay, we continue receive the increase in total token supply will kill the project. So guys, everything in your hands. So we propose, one of the proposal, it's not increasing supply. So in that case, we doesn't know how much we receive funds for donation or Trinity DAO sale. So 270 million in hand of community. Please, you can choose the one of the proposal which we are propose. Yeah. J restricted. How it can be? I don't see the hand of J. What's happened? I think so. Just try to reconnect. I'm not sure what's happened.
Yeah, and with Alien, you don't have any restrictions.
Sorry, what?
And with Alien on his name, you don't have any restriction. There are question about restrictions in our chat. I checked it.
It means Jay Taylor, you can speak now,
Not,
I think, yes?
Not J. Taylor.
Sorry.
It's another user. Yes,
Why
and if
the
someone,
hands don't work? I just saw the one guy was shake his hand. Not shake the
who
show the
wants
hand.
to ask a question, raise your hand, please. We will let you ask.
Yeah, Jay, you have to raise your hand in the Telegram. So otherwise we cannot switch your microphone. What happened? Roman, can you try to switch his microphone? I can't.
Who's J. Taylor?
Yeah.
He hasn't any limits for microphone because of he's admin, J. Taylor. He can speak
Sorry.
without
It's my mistake. I didn't understand who wants to speak.
You are not about J. Taylor, you're about M with Alien. The user
M.
Shahi024.
So I don't see any hand. Raised hand.
There are no raised hands. We received one dev
Mr.
question about
Mr.
yeah,
LNM, if you have to,
yeah.
so he left the chat. I think he has some problem with the Telegram. He's not live at the moment. Okay.
Yeah. We don't have any new questions and any right hand or hi Stephen. Let's wait a couple of seconds maybe.
Okay, so we're receiving more questions. Let's finalize. We have time to prepare the document for sharing today. How many NQ does the team have left at the moment for Treasury Foundation marketing? Wait a minute. Yeah, we don't spend a lot for the marketing and the security audit, and this is this budget have to be more aggressive, let me say, to deliver our products and to deliver our products, not only InQ, but other products to the more community. And so average amount, and also we need more security audit. It's definitely we need it. And because we know what happened last year, and it was not enough funds for cover the security audit, and security audit it's very important part of the whole ecosystem. So actually our cost was the average without a second. Around 600, 700K per year. So this is expenses every year, which we have without marketing and security audit and new listings. For how long you survive with money you have now? So it's a really good question. We have Serge, what do you think? How long we will survive? So definitely we cannot manage and deliver the new features. And so how long we can support different current products? I think maximum 5-6 months just to support, but not delivering nothing in the future.
Yeah, I agree.
Can you guys repeat the conclusion before the AMA ends so everyone here knows where we stand for now, so there is no confusion? Thank you. I hope we can reach some good constructive solution, because it will be a pity after so many years. Yeah, conclusion, it's the community have to choose the way where we are going all together, because everything right now in the hand of community. If the team does not raise capital for the network shutdown without the team, no network will be not shut down without the team. And you have a great product, but presently these are not produced, so you deliver this to users.
One more thing about the conclusion. So current voting will be discarded, and there will be new voting with a special one-time voting token. And we will publish details after AMA in several other hours.
Looking at about the plan for advertising, we have different strategies for future marketing and advertising for our products, and everything will depends on the point the community will choose, because if we won't have any resources for marketing, we can do any marketing in the future. This is the main point. So now we can start a big marketing campaign already, because we need resources for marketing.
Loan protocol, yeah, it's so we're not doing the loan business. We have a DEX, and actually the DEX can generate some ENX, but ENX price it's also very small. And regarding the ENX and the OTC and NK for all propose to focus. So we have to focus on to sell ENX by OTC to cover our costs. Actually, it's a good idea, but then OTC by itself, it's also a good idea. But to make a OTC, we also have something to sell by OTC. So one more conclusion: like project can continue work and develop by donation or by extra supply. So this is the finally have to be decided by community. So we will continue develop in two ways. Yeah, we still have the ENX, which can be sold, and better to sold it by OTC. And if someone would like to support the project by buying the OTC, we already discussed with few our token holders to sell the OTC by the ENX by OTC, but it was not successful. Yeah, good proposal, Jay. If you're ENX, we can create, actually, we have one option to create the ENX on V3 with, we can put there almost all ENX and like a small portion of ETH with V3, and it can be one of the way for raising funds. Yeah. So we, guys, okay. 4 or 5 questions from Alien M. Okay, I think we can finish today. We will try to answer the last questions in the chat. So we need the time to prepare and to deliver our proposal to you guys. Sorry, we are a little bit tired. I believe you can imagine. And we have one more AMA, which was planned for Russian community. Yeah, so thanks for everyone who participate. We will publish our proposal soon. And Serge, can you also summarize that our proposal to those guys who just joined us?
Yeah, so we introduce principally different approach, not to change ENQ supply, but to introduce new Trinity DOA token, DAO, to make governance voting on Anycom ecosystem, and this token should be distributed via token sale to raise funds for further development of the network. But the existing options, they are updated with also creating of DAO token, but without token sale, but with a drop to token holders, just a drop. So, and this and voting on these options will be done via additional one-time voting token that will be distributed in next days. So I think that's the summary, and some details will be published after this AMA. Additional details.
Thank you, Serge. Thank you, Mike, for the details, and the recording will be published. The recording of this AMA will be published